Oh, what's up, y'all? I didn't realize I started. I love how y'all just took over my blanket. My cats are down here. Oh, no, not cats yet, they're kittens. Okay, ma'am, why y'all be trying to make noise as soon as I start filming? Hello, 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 booktubing world. If you hear noise in the background, it's my kittens. Hello, 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 booktubing world. It is I, Capri Nicole, and I'm back with another video. So I actually have another video I'm in the process of filming for you guys, but I haven't even started editing yet. So I think it's best for me to just pop this one up. And if anything, maybe you guys will get 2 videos this week because it's damn near finished. I just have one more book to read and a couple other things, you know, side missions to do. Because y'all know I like to get down with extra shit in my vlog. I like to take y'all along with me. So that one will be up maybe this week. So y'all might get 2 videos this week, this one included. So stay tuned for that. But today we're going to be doing the mid-year freak out tag. I cannot believe this year we halfway through the year. This year has been tumultuous. It has been chaotic. It has been, I want it to be over. I want it to be over. Like it's been insane. So I'm glad we're halfway done because I'm ready to wrap it on up and be completely finished with this year. This has been a year from hell. But nevertheless, when it comes to talking about the books, it's always a good time, baby, okay? So I got my notebook here. I got my little notebook. From what I'm seeing, what I could research, child, everybody didn't put their original video in their tag and everybody didn't put the questions in their description, but I finally found the questions. And this is just like a booktube OG video, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to do it. So let's check in with my reading so far this year. Okay, so the first question, oh, actually, I just bought this. Let me grab it because I recently got it for my birthday. So the first question is the best book that I've read so far this year, and I've had a few 5 stars, not gonna lie. Now that I'm leaning more into knowing what my taste is and not just reading books that are being talked about and being more true to myself, being more true to me, I've been finding a lot of books that I've really been enjoying, and one of them being The Marvelers. So I read this recently in a 5-star search video, and so far those videos have been pretty solid. So I've been pretty successful with that one. Don't want to jinx it. Pretend I didn't say that, okay? But we're not gonna jinx that. But both of those videos I had success finding, you know, books that were 5 stars. Surprisingly, because I'm really stingy with my 5 stars, so it's surprising to me. But one of the best books that I read so far this year is The Marvelers, and it's basically like a magical school. There are 2 different type of magical hosts. There are the conjurers, which are basically, I want to say they're like the witches. They're the ones that can like conjure magic. They have different spells. They have different things that they can do that have that, you know, the voodoo, hoodoo people, you know what I'm saying? They conjure up magic. And then you have the Marvelers who have magical abilities, but they have one specific magical ability. So it'll be like, oh, this is what your magical ability is, whatever. And there's two different sides to it. And the Marvelers are more magically appreciated, more magically recognized, and they have their own magical school. And our main character, Ella, is going to be going to their school. She's the first conjurer to go to their school, and it's just so much fun. Like it really, Danielle Clayton really be in her bag when it comes to magic and how vividly she paints the scene. Because I said this in the video, which I'll link up here so y'all can check it out, but I said this in the video where I read this. Her other book that I read by her, The Bells, she also had a magical scene in that book, and she just does such a good job with having these small little details that really just bring the world to life. And this one just had so much culture in it, so much reference to people's backgrounds, and it just was fun. It really was fun. The plot was interesting. The characters were fun to follow along. I really liked the main character. It was cute. It's a little middle grade moment, you know what I'm saying? It really is hot fire flames. Like, I really enjoyed it. I really wish more people would read it. I think it's very underrated, but it's just fire. Like, you need to check it out. So that is the first question. Okay, we already 5 minutes in. Wow, Capri. Okay, so the next question is best sequel that I've read this far, and that would be Fantasia, which is the, I want to say this is the 4th book in the Moon Children series. This is an indie series, and it's not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart, you know what I'm saying? I I don't, take it how you want, but I really want to say this is more for my black readers. It's just very, how do I put this? It's not for everybody, child. But like I said in my other videos, I have a vlog where I read the first one, and it was first book in the series, and it was called Hoodwinked. This is the fourth one, so it's all following the same families, but it's just very black soap opera rich drama. Like, we got the country black people, we got the rich black people. They both have very specific reputations, and the families are intertwined based off of drama and chaos and mess. And there's marriages, there's magic in here, there's magical beings. It's just a good time. Like, if you like mess, you like drama, and you can deal with problematic characters and see them develop and grow, then I recommend it. But I'm telling you right now, some of these characters will make you want to rip your hair out. Like, the things they say, the things they do, it makes my throat itch. Like, it really just drives me crazy. But I just can't get enough of it. Like, I love the families. I be want to know what they have going on. And apparently her previous books from other series follow their parents, so I need to get into that because I want to see what their drama is, child. But yeah, definitely check this out if you like indie romance, or not indie romance, but if you like indie books, indie series that have a lot of drama, magic, problematic characters, just black excellence, but country black, rich black, you know what I'm saying? This is your guy right here. So this is the fourth one in the series. Is sequel only the second book in the series, or is it just like a continuation of the series? Whatever, child. That's gonna be the answer to that question. The next question is a new release that I'm anticipating, and this one isn't coming. I don't even think this one's coming out this year. I think it's coming out early next year, and it's called Tender Beasts. It's basically following this main character who has like 4 siblings, and one of her siblings gets accused of killing someone, but she knows that her brother didn't do it. So she's trying to find out who the killer is. And the reason that I want to read this is because I read Delicious Monsters by this author recently, and she really redeemed herself. Because I read Blood Like Magic, I didn't enjoy it, I didn't like it. I talked about it in a vlog before, child. But Delicious Monsters ate down, and I really think she found her niche when it comes to horror and like spookiness. She wrote the hell out of that book, and just the plot of that book, it was so well done. So I'm really interested to see her continue that path and see if this book will be similar or have that same feel to it, because she really put her foot in Delicious Monsters. Like, that was so well done. The plot was amazing, the jumping of timelines, the characters, I need it. Like, I really need a physical copy because I listened to it on audiobook, but I loved it. So I'm excited to see how Tender Beast will be. I believe it comes out February 2024. Don't hold me to it, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that one's coming out. And then it's another one that I'm excited for, but child, everybody don't like this book, so I know it's not for everybody, okay? But it's the second book in, I think it's American Royalty. It's called like The Duchess Effect. Child, everybody did not like that first book, so it is what it be, but I liked it. So the second one comes out this month. I think it comes out this month. I think it comes out July 11th. So I will be tapping into that guy because I need to know what's going on there. So I'm excited to read that. So those are my 2 anticipated books. It was so long ago, child. I can't believe I read this book this year. The next question is biggest surprise. A book that I read that was the biggest surprise from this year, and that would be Icebreaker. I went into this only knowing that the TikTok girlies were loving this book down, child. I was seeing this cover all over the place, and you know, with TikTok, you know, you got to take the recommendations with a grain of salt. I only really trust people that have similar taste to me. I really stay on like black TikTok because I feel like book talk is just like a rewinding moment. Like, all the books they talk about on there are books that booktubers talked about like 5-10 years ago. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So it really just feels like them regurgitating the same books that I've already seen, and I've already been through that phase. We're not going back, okay? We know what our taste is now. We're not going back. But this one, I saw a couple of my people, my folks talking about this one too, and they were saying it was steamy, child. And I'm like, how steamy we talking? Because the cover is giving very cutesy romantic vibes. So I'm like, how steamy we talking, child? I tabbed the hell out of this book. Like, the people on my Instagram was eating my stories alive because I was just live updating, putting in quotes, the whole nine. It was a good time. And this has a spot on my favorite shelf, okay? So that's how serious this is. I really enjoyed this. It's basically a romance following a hockey player and a ice skater. They're both in college. They are both like trying to find themselves, whatever, and it's like a hate. They don't really hate each other, but they dislike each other. It's like a dislike to love, and it's just like the steamy scenes. Some of these scenes I still think about to this day. Like, the scenes really did eat down, and just the romance between them, it just flows off the page so well. It's not cheesy and corny. It just feels real. Like, it really does feel real. I didn't like the epilogue. I was not a fan of the epilogue, but everything else I enjoy. I did not like her best friend either. I wanted to fight him, but other than that, I was very surprised how much I loved this book, and it has a spot on the favorite shelf for a reason, okay? So this is definitely the biggest surprise. Biggest disappointments. We got a few, honestly. We got a few. Okay, so one of my biggest disappointments was Jujutsu Kaisen. I read the first volume of Jujutsu Kaisen. My boyfriend bought me, I think he bought me the first 4 volumes because I was saying I wanted to read it. And honestly, the show is better. I've already watched the entire show so far that's out, and I watched the movie as well. It just translates better on screen. Like, the effects, the colors, the story and how they develop it, it's just better on screen than it is in the book. And I just was like, I didn't really enjoy the manga. I just was confused why everybody was hyping it up. But when I watched the show, then I was like, okay, I understand. So that was one disappointment. Didn't like the manga, but I do like the show. So there's that. And then the other disappointment is this book, which is Luca. I was so excited to read this because there's a fine man on this cover, and I just wanted to love this book down. But there is a lot of tabs in here, and these are angry tabs. These are very angry tabs. This man was the most problematic character that I have read in quite some time, and it wasn't even a character development. He just was a very I don't even know how to put, so possessive and crazy. And it's like, because he had money, I just felt like everybody was disregarding the things that he was doing. But it was insane to me, the things that he was doing and how he was disregarding the love interest in this book. So this is basically following a main character. I think her name is it Ivory? Every? What the hell is her name, child? Ever. So it's following the main character. Her name is Ever, and she just got out of a really abusive relationship, and she's trying to restart her life. She has 2 kids, and she ends up going with her best friend to get her best friend's brother out of jail. And then they get romantically involved, but it just is so rushed, and he completely disregards her feelings and everything she says. She's very clear about what she wants and what she is not comfortable with, and he just completely disregards it and just does whatever the hell he wants to get what he wants. And it's crazy to me. Like, it was nothing romantic about it. Like, I was waiting for it to turn into a "it ends with us" moment, because it was giving "it ends with us," but way worse. So it was just so possessive and insane to me. I did not understand what the hell was happening, which is unfortunate because I don't know, I really like these covers. Even the other book covers I really like. So I don't know, I might try the second one to see if I enjoy it. If I don't, then we're just gonna write off the series. But did not like that at all. Don't make me get on my rant, child. Let me smooth right along. Okay, so the next question is favorite author so far this year. And I think I'm gonna say this year was my first time reading Bell Hooks, and I read like 4 of her books back to back for a video, which I will link up here if you guys want to check it out. But I really enjoyed her works. I just felt like she was writing and dissecting things that she was learning along the way, which I really appreciated, the vulnerability in it and the honesty in it. And I don't know, I just felt like she just really got her point across and in each book that she wrote. And she just was such a phenomenal writer, a real writer. and some of those books were hard to get through, especially the feminist ones, because she did touch on slavery a lot, and it really was tough to get through. It was very devastating to listen to, but I knew it was important to read, so I did listen and read them. But I did really enjoy all of her works, and I'm glad that I read all of those books. I also really have been enjoying Mimi Grace's books. I think I read 2 of her books last year, maybe 2 more of her books this year, and every one of her books that I've read so far have given 4 stars. So she's been really eating them up. I think I only have 1 more book to read by her. I've read either 3 or 4 books by her, and I've loved all of them down. They're just well paced. The romance is like refreshing. The scenes that are set is refreshing. The characters are refreshing. Like, just everything about it is just like fun and a good, like, soft black romances. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just fun to follow along. Some of them are like interracial, but you know, for the most part, it's like good black romance, like simple, short, to the point, and cute. So I really have been enjoying her books as well. How are we 20 minutes in, bro? What do I be talking about? Like, what do I be talking about? Okay, fictional crush. So I have a couple that is my fictional crush, and they are from this book that I read. I think it's a novella that I read called Treble, and the couple, their names are Sadie and Hendrix. So this basically is following a polyamorous couple that's looking for, like, I don't even think they were looking for a third. They basically were just like, I think they're in an open relationship. So they both actively date outside of their relationship. But they've never both been interested in the same person. And they find this girl that they're both interested in, and it turns into like a polyamorous relationship. I love them both. Like, the honesty, the steamy scenes, everything about it just ate down. So really loved it. I need a physical copy actually, but yeah, those are my fictional crushes. A book that made me cry. Okay, so honestly, a couple books made me cry this year, but the one I profoundly remember is Before I Let Go. That book had me sobbing. Like, Kennedy Ryan knows how to paint a damn scene. Like, she just really draws the emotions on what is going on so well. Like, she really eats down. Like, I just feel like she is so talented as a writer. It's just really astounding to see. Like, I really, really enjoyed that book. Like, simply 10 out of 10. I think that was actually in a vlog. I didn't even think I was going to be crying, child, but I was boohoo crying. It was just phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. It's basically following a second chance romance of 2 divorcees, and they don't have toxic, but they just have a very traumatic past. That's what I will say. But it was so well written, so that definitely made me cry a lot. A book that made me happy, I've been in such a like rereading mood. I've been wanting to reread a lot of my favorite series, probably because this year has been so hard. So I've just been trying to grasp at happiness at every chance that I can get. So I've been like rereading some of my favorites. I was thinking about rereading the Throne of Glass series too. I reread Sweat and Soap for the second time, and this is just such a wholesome book. Like, Sweat and Soap. So I reread this series. I think I only have 1 or 2 volumes. I have like 1 volume left to read to finish this box set, but I think there is a total of either 11 or 12 mangas. And I love these characters so much. Like, it is so wholesome. It just, seeing them fall in love and just navigate through their relationship is just so cute. So it's basically following this main character. Both of them work in like the Bath and Body Works of their world, and she works in accountant and he works in like the scenting area, and he has a very strong sense of smell, and he also has like a smelling kink, and he likes, I know it sounds weird, just hear me out, all right? He smells her, and then he instantly is like attracted to her, and a romance ensues from there. It's a kind of like bumpy start, but I'm just telling you, just get through the first one and then keep going, because it just gets better. It's very cute. It just gives me like the bubbly, lovey, romantic feels, and I love it. I love it down. So really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed rereading it, and it's interesting rereading it because a lot of the things that I didn't like the first time I read it, I'm loving this time around. So that's always interesting to see, especially because I think I read it like 2 years ago. So it's interesting to see my opinions change, but definitely made me happy. Even looking at the box makes me happy. The next question that is here is the most beautiful book that I have, and that would be this one. I had this in a book haul, a recent book haul, and that is The Diary of Blood. It just eats down. Like, just everything about this, when I look at this cover, it's just everything about this. Even like the it just looks so good. Like, it really just like, it really just eats down. Like, this is so beautifully done, and I'm happy to have it because this is actually one of my favorite books that I've read, and I cosplayed one of the characters. It's been a minute since I did a cosplay, but yeah, this is definitely one of the most beautiful books that I bought this year. Final question that I've seen. I don't know if there's more questions because, like I said, I couldn't find the original video, but hopefully this is good enough, chat. Books that I want to read before the end of the year, and the one that's at the top of my list is the Inheritance trilogy. Hello, it's a bind up of 3 books. I've really been trying to read thicker books this year, but I think I've only read one, and I started another one. I really need to crack down because that was one of my biggest goals for this year, but it's just hard when you work full-time. I don't have as much time as I would like, but this is definitely one of the books that I want to read before the year ends. I want to at least start it, but I still need to finish up the other big book that I started. So who knows when that'll happen, but we're halfway through the year. We still have plenty of time, you know, and time isn't real anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So yeah, I really want to read this. We'll see how it goes. I just love the way big books look, you know, the bigger the better. Yeah. So that is it. I think that is it. Those are all the questions, I believe. Like I said, I'm in the middle of filming another vlog that's almost finished, but it's not edited. So I just wanted to get this video up for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You probably will get another video very soon. So I will see y'all soon. Let me know what your favorite book is that you've read so far this year. Also, let me know if you've read any of these books that I've mentioned or are interested in any of these books. If you've made it to the end of this video, please leave this emoji right here in the comment section below. Halfway through the year, thankful to still be here, thankful to continue this year and accomplish more goals. We're halfway there. If you start sliding off on your goals for this year, try to rev it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Try to get a couple of those guys finished before the year ends, you know what I'm saying? But thank you guys so much for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interesting, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.